Welcome back. I'm back. How's everyone doing? It's so weird being back on here, and it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video, and of course I'm doing a get ready with me today, and I'm going to just explain everything that has happened and just come on back. But I'm super excited to be here. I'm really excited for this get ready with me, doing my makeup, sitting down, chatting with you guys. I do have a few questions that people have asked me on Instagram and Facebook as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer them here, and as well as just, update you guys on a couple things because I've noticed that I've gained a ton of subscribers and I'm super excited about that. So hello. And I also have a ton of comments to get back to. So I'll just get through everything. But of course, let's go ahead and start with this get ready with me. Go ahead and grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you want to do. I have my little drink here. I already had breakfast. I don't need a snack, but I'm just ready to get started. So let's go ahead and start. So I already have my face all primed up and ready to go. I'm actually trying out a new primer. It's the new e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'm using that, and on top of it, I'm using one of my favorites, the Beauty Creations Flawless Stay Poreless Primer. I like to use a more sticky, tacky base, and then on top of it with a more pore-filling primer. So that's kind of like my combination of primers lately, but I've been loving this one. And then the one I've been using before this one, I actually like this one a lot, is the Hard Candy one. That one is also really, really good, but this one's really sticky, so let's see how that works. But hi, how's everyone doing? I don't even know where to start in this video. Like, I'm just sitting here, trying to get ready to do my makeup, and I just don't know where to start. Like, I don't know. I guess what I can start with is why I stopped YouTube. So pretty much, long story short, because I'm pretty sure I talked about it on my Instagram, like the whole thing, and I just don't want to be a broken record, but pretty much Google, YouTube stopped paying me AdSense through my videos for some reason. Like when I tried to get a specifics, it was either because my account was suspended or there was fraud or I'm breaking policy or things like that, but they're not telling me what it is and they're not being specific. I did put my OnlyFans videos on private for a little bit to see if maybe it was that, but they still said I was still breaking policy, so that doesn't make any sense to me. So I was just like, you know what, I worked so hard to try to get AdSense and to be, a full-time YouTuber, and then all of a sudden it gets taken from me. So I found Google very unprofessional, how they can't help me, and the customer service sucks. So if you guys know, their customer service sucks really bad, so I couldn't really try to get a hold of anybody to try to help me. So I just said pretty much, basically, I'm done with YouTube. I'm not going to film until this is straightened out. And then last month, I ended up getting one of my checks for AdSense. I got $130. There was 2 more that I was supposed to get prior to that, and I never got it. So that pretty much means, I am still getting paid. I just don't know why I didn't get the other 2, but I'm still getting paid. So I'm like, should I go back on YouTube? Should I not? I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. Like prior to being paid on AdSense, like my goal was to get paid and, to do all that because it is income and it's fun. But like, that's what I wanted to do in the first place. So it's just like, there was no point in me doing it because I still had other social media platforms, obviously, but YouTube was what I really wanted to do. So then I decided to do my YouTube content on TikTok. But, I like TikTok. I just feel like it's not as enjoyable to film as YouTube videos are. I don't know why. It's pretty similar, right? Except they're a lot shorter. Obviously the editing process doesn't take as long, but I don't know. I feel like I have more fun on YouTube. I don't know why. I just do. So it wasn't really working for me. I liked doing it, and I mean, I'm still gonna do it every now and then, but it's not the same, if that makes sense. I just feel like different social media platforms, like they're not for everybody. Like TikTok isn't for everybody, YouTube isn't for everybody. I just feel like I belong on YouTube rather than, TikTok. I don't know. That's just me though. That's just how I feel. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm not the only one. I don't know. But that's just how I feel. I feel like I belong on YouTube more than, sorry, TikTok. I feel like when you watch TikToks, I feel like a lot of the time you don't really get to know the creator as much because the videos are so short. So they obviously have to like make so many videos so you can like get to know the personality and all that stuff. Whereas obviously YouTube videos are a little bit longer, but I feel like you get to know me a little bit better, than just like a 3-minute video and then you just swipe away and then you just never see me again. I don't know. That's just I'm being weird. Am I being weird? I don't know if that's being weird. I don't know. I haven't filmed in a long time, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going in with some powder now, by the way. Oh my god, I feel like I'm doing my makeup so fast. But anyways, yeah, so that's that part. So now I'm moving on to everything else that was happening in between, which was all of my health problems, which I had many. But long story short, I went to the OB and tried to get myself checked out and all this good stuff. And because I was pretty much bleeding abnormally, like for 2 weeks, like I was like bleeding not normally. It was just so weird. So then I do tests, all that stuff, get UTIs, get yeast infections. It's just back and forth. Like, I can't breathe, I have anxiety, I have different, like, what's going on with me, you know? So I went to my OB for the first time. Never went to the OB before. I just went. And when they checked my blood work, apparently, well, she diagnosed me as pre-diabetic. So she said I was very close to being diabetic, 0.5 away from being diabetic. So that was not fun, which was why I had a lot of shortness of breath, which caused me to have anxiety attacks because you need like air into your brain for you to like function properly. But I was having that. I was having yeast infections, UTI, and like I was just like what's going on? Like, why is it happening? You know, my abnormal bleeding, because I always had my period on time, you know, and it was just weird because I had my period 1 week, I was good, and then it came back again. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And of course I did. Ever since I worked at the bank, I know that I gained weight. And of course, working at the bank is very stressful, so that didn't help, you know, and then stress with other things that was going on in my life on top of that was not great, and it's not good for diabetes. And of course, if you guys know me personally, you guys know that I don't do caffeine. So in order for me to do caffeine, like me thinking this is logical in any way possible, I consumed more sugar. And of course, I eat like a man, like 3 men actually, and my carbs were very high up there in my portions, and all that stuff was just like exaggerated. Like, you guys, like, no joke, like I ate so much. Like, literally I ate more than Mark. Whenever Mark couldn't finish his fries or anything like that, I would finish it for him, and I'd finish the whole thing. And I wasn't exercising like I used to. Like, I would exercise for a good maybe 4 days out of the month, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm great, you know. But no, that's not how it works. So that's what happened. And yeah, so I ended up having being diagnosed as pre-diabetic. So ever since she told me that, which was probably about a few weeks ago, I did change my diet. I lowered my portions. I cut off soda completely. I was only drinking Sprite, but Sprite has a lot of sugar. I stopped that completely, cut down on carbs, eating more wheat, eating more fruits and vegetables, all of that, and exercising. And you know what? I lost 8 pounds in 2 weeks. So I was so excited about that. I lost 8 pounds. That is so exciting, because that's pretty much saying that whatever I am doing, I'm doing great. Like, I just have to keep it up and not go backwards, because I lost that weight, so I need to keep losing it. That way my body can be normal again. I can process sugars correctly, you know, and that's just what I'm going at, which is why I have a Perrier rather than like a Sprite or something, because so like if I want something like carbonated like that, I, you know, would of course get a Sprite. But of course I bought those in case I need something a little bit more carbonated, or if I want something to help me fill up, you know, a little bit faster. Those help a lot too. And I've only been drinking water. I'll have like a chamomile or a ginger tea every once in a while, caffeine free, of course, no sugar. The only sugar that I do put is in my oatmeal, but I use Splenda, which isn't an actual sugar. It's like that fake sugar, if that makes sense, which is okay. So that's what's been going on. All right, I took a small break to answer a phone call, but here I go again. I don't even really know where I left off at, to be honest. But anyways, let's just move on. But that's pretty much a little quick update of where I've been and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and move on, and I'm just going to apply some bronzer. I think I'm just going to go with my usual Physicians Formula bronzer just to add a little bit of something. I'll be back on YouTube. I'll also be doing vlogs, all the good stuff back on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm not going to be doing like scheduled uploads. I'm just going to be doing just surprise uploads, random uploads here and there, because I don't want to overwhelm myself either. So I'm going to be back on YouTube. Super exciting. I do need to do another, like a part 3 of my OnlyFans videos, because a lot of people had a shit ton of questions on both my videos, and I kept getting a bunch of DMs on Instagram that I just can't keep up. So definitely gonna answer a lot of those questions in a separate video. That way you guys get those questions answered, because it's a lot of questions and I was just overwhelmed. I'm just like, I can't do this. So I'm just not going to do it, because it was just a lot. But I will answer your questions probably in a separate video. And just give me any other video ideas you guys want to watch on my channel. I have some ideas, and of course, like my usual, like my hauls and all that stuff, especially Ulta hauls. You guys love those. So definitely want to do that soon. I'm just waiting because I feel like not a lot of the drugstore like brands that I really love are releasing new makeup right now, and I've really been stuck on our local makeup shop, Valentina with Love. Of course, you guys need to check her out. The link is in the description box with a discount code as well, and she has bomb makeup. So I've just been stuck on her brand and her makeup lately that I just you know, I just want to shop there and not always want to shop drugstore. But of course, I love drugstore makeup. I just love makeup in general. But just to answer some of the questions, I know that a lot of them were asking about me and Mark having babies. And I'm going to film a separate video on that because I have some things to say about questions like that and about, you know, the answer in general. So I'm going to film a separate video on that. If you guys, of course, know me personally, and of course, all that, you guys know I have problems with my fertility, so I am going to film a video on that, explaining everything, you know, just kind of get other, you know, moms or trying to be moms opinions, you know, that are in the same position as me, so we can just get on there and just talk about it, because I think it'll be helpful, especially for the women who are struggling the way that I have been. So definitely want to do that soon in the future as well. Let's talk about some New Year's goals. So it's 2022 now, and I don't know if everybody's like that about New Year's resolutions, but I did get a question on that too. I was not really one to do New Year's resolutions before, but I think this year, like obviously I'm trying to work out and eat healthy, but that's because I'm pre-diabetic, so it's not really like, it wasn't really part of my resolution, but I mean, it's still something I have to do regardless, whether it's a new year or not. But, you know, I think this year I want to try to be more on my social media, be a little bit more active on all of them, and try to actually, you know, because sometimes it does get overwhelming, especially when you have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have YouTube, you have OnlyFans, you have this and this. It's a lot to do in a day for one person, even though it looks like, oh my God, all you do is take pictures for a living. You just film videos. Okay, but it's like a lot of work, and I'm just not going to keep explaining that to people, how long it takes and how difficult it can be. So, you know, it does take a long time. So I do want to try and get better at it, and I want to try to work with more small businesses, more brands, you know, just kind of give them a shout out, you know, just that kind of stuff. Because that's, I love working with small businesses. Like, you guys already know, if you guys know me on Instagram and all that, I always work with small businesses. I love them so much, and I have a great relationship with them, and I am just so happy to be working with small businesses. It's like my preference. Of course, big brands are great because you get more exposure, but the small businesses is where it's at. Like, that's like true relationship. It's just like, that's just, I love it so much. But yeah, so that's like a part of my New Year's resolution, would just be on social media a little bit more, you know, try to post more, kind of do it like how I used to do it, where I would always take pictures in a day and just spread them out throughout the week. I'd always have content back to back, and it's been a lot, but I am going to try my best to do it. I have not off to a good start with the new year because of my, you know, all the things that I explained earlier. It was just back and forth. I just want to be in bed. I don't feel well kind of thing. Let me know what your guys' New Year's resolutions are down below, because everybody has a different goal in life, and I'm just curious if we have the same ones, or, you know, if you share something with another person. That'd be really cool to know. If you guys have like the same ones as me, where you want to be more on social media, things like that, we can actually talk about it. That'll be super cool. And again, I'm back on here, so I'm trying my best to answer all the comments, because I know before I did such a shitty job, but I'm genuinely like trying again. So you guys know, I see you, I hear you. Try my best to get to everybody. This is what I came up with for the eye look. It's very simple, just like a brown liner, and I just did a little bit in the inner corners too. Just a little something, just so I can, you know, take pictures and stuff, because I don't like doing super crazy makeup when I'm taking pictures, but this is what I came up with. So for the lips, I'm gonna go in with Valentina Beauty. Again, if you guys heard me mention Valentina with Love earlier, she did come out with her own makeup brand, which is Valentina Beauty. I'm gonna use a liquid lipstick shade, Be Kind. This one is my favorite shade out of all of them. Super bomb, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. I also had a couple of you guys ask me about Euphoria. You guys, I've never seen Euphoria ever, but I heard it's great, and you guys are always talking about it, but I've never seen Euphoria. I haven't been watching a lot of TV. I just started watching movies again with Mark, so we just started watching movies and stuff, and sometimes we watch TV shows, but, you know, we don't always watch them. We either watch anime or we watch cooking shows and stuff like that. Like, we don't really watch shows. So I have never seen it, but let me know if it's good because I hear a lot of people talk about it. Now I'm curious, but I've never seen Euphoria, so I'm sorry. Totally off topic, but do you guys follow Drew Afualo on TikTok? You guys, oh my god, I freaking love her. I just started watching her like 2 weeks ago, and I love her because she's always like roasting the guys who are always talking smack about like women, like in such a terrible, like degrading way, like talking smack about women that are heavy set, or you know, saying that men are stronger than women, and she's just like really burns the crap out of these men. And it's so, not literally burned, but like, you know, she like roasts them, and a lot of the guys end up like deleting their accounts because of how bad she like roasts them. And it's so funny. I love reading in the comments on all those videos, and I love her laugh. She's so funny. Like, you know, this bitch is coming after you when you see that smile and that giggle right after. It's so freaking funny. Like, if you guys do not follow her on TikTok, please go follow her and go watch her videos. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm always like, oh my god, I hate men. But it's just like, just guys that are doing this stuff, like, make me hate them more. But like, really, it's so funny how much she roasts them. She's like saying everything I want to say about men because it's just so freaking hilarious. Obviously, not all men are like that, but it's just like those guys that are on TikTok just talking smack and talking down on women. Like, what kind of garbage is that, you know? And saying, oh my god, da, da, da. This is like so funny how bad she roasts them. It's like hilarious. So that brings us to the end of the Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope I did answer some of your guys' questions. And, you know, I'm just super excited to be back. So again, let me know what you guys want to see down below. If there's any video recommendations or things that you guys want to see from me, definitely let me know. But yeah, I'm super excited to be back. I can't wait to film my next video. It's actually going to be after this one, after I take pictures, but definitely going to film some more for you guys. And I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!